NFL has come around. We got stories to astound, good vibes and laughs all day. It's the Guy Talk way. Sports and tales of daring diesels, real secrets, spill the beans from garage jokes to hard reveals. Together we break the seals. Guy Talk every morning light, chat until the moon is bright. Friendship, laughter, endless fun. Guy Talk till the day is done. Life is tough, but here we fight with each other. We survive through the highs and through the lows. Best pal sharing all we know, meet the crew and hear them chat from serious to funny. Flat every story, every tale in the circle never fails.
Hello, and welcome to our new talk show, Guy Talk. I'm one of 5 to 7 hosts that will be switching around from time to time on the show. So let me introduce the guys that are here today. I'm Guy Too Cool in the center seat, and to my left is Victor Sandman, and to his left is Archie, and on my right is Leaf Alpha, and to his right is Robbie Roo. We are all participants of an e-commerce virtual world called Second Life, and we're here to share our experiences, good and bad, with you all about Second Life. For years, there have been rumors that Second Life started as a vampire game. Actually, that's so false, it's not even funny. So, Second Life was not a vampire game when it started. It began as a virtual world created by Linden Lab, where users could interact with each other and create content in a 3D environment. Initially, it was called Linden World, and was more focused on being a shooter game. Over time, it evolved into the expansive virtual world known as Second Life, where users can socialize, build, and trade virtual property. Second Life has a large variety of user-created content, included vampire-themed areas and communities, but they were not part of its original concept in any way whatsoever. The original creator of Second Life is Philip Rosedale. He founded Linden Lab in 1999 with the vision of developing a virtual world where people could interact, create, and explore. His idea evolved into what we now know as Second Life, which launched in 2003. So, the question is, Philip Rosedale left Linden Labs several years ago, and in the past few years has came back. So, what do you think about Philip Rosedale coming back, guys? Do you think this is a good thing or a bad thing? Let's start it off with Leaf.
All right, so I've been in Second Life since 2008. Not the first person here, but pretty early adopter. Ironically, I actually did come over from a vampire game, but yeah, this was definitely not a vampire game, which was something that I knew when I came over. But I've seen Second Life go through all kinds of different hands. Sometimes we've had good changes, sometimes we've had setbacks. I do know that Rosedale, when he first started this, he wanted it to be a test in e-commerce. So it really hasn't strayed that far from his original vision, even though they pushed for a while to get it onto a different platform of, letting colleges and crap like that on. But I think that he could be good for the world because I think that it's kind of stagnated of late. That I think that people who are in charge of it now don't really know how to manage a virtual world. And maybe under his guidance, we'll be able to get back on track and start making, what Meta dreamed of, which is making this a real virtual world that has possibilities for people to do all sorts of things. What do you think, Robbie?
I think it's a good idea that he's coming back. It's he left right as I came in 2011, and it seems to me that the whole place has just been very slowly degrading over time. The graphics have gotten better, the network service has gotten better, but the community has been dying out. And I think that him coming back will bring back that original that original magic that made Second Life the biggest thing in, I think it was like 2009. Everybody was on Second Life. But
Yeah.
it's all of the changes that they've come up with since then have been good and interesting, but they haven't built the community back. And that's what I'm hoping that Philip Rosedale can bring back.
Okay.
So I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah. I guess he's been back since 2022, if I'm not mistaken. January of 2022. Can anybody confirm that?
Yeah, that was as a reduced role. In 2024 is when he actually started talking about taking on a more major role when he became the chief technological officer, some kind of CTO thing. Star Trekky dude in charge.
I see. I see. Well, Archie, what do you think about all this?
I think it's got to be a good thing. I think the original vision that, like Leaf and Robbie were saying, the original vision involved community and bringing people together, and his main focus, but everything was building community. If you built a sim that revolved around a community, you got all the support in the world from Linden Lab. So it's I think it's just got to be good, and I think maybe SL needed that break to kind of concentrate on more of the technical stuff like the graphics and the servers and stuff like that. But I think we definitely do need to get back to community building and bringing people together and making it less isolated for people.
Excellent. And Victor, what do you feel about this subject?
I think that he's going to do good, or he wants to do good at least, coming back to Second Life. He's started several companies that have been very successful over the years. And I feel like him coming back in here to breathe new life into Second Life is only one of his visions. I think that from what I've read on him coming back, another vision that he has is to bring Second Life more into the mainstream in real life.
Meaning,
And
I'm not sure what you mean. What do you mean?
he's wanting to make Second Life more of a part of everyday life and use it to allow people to blend basically their lives in both First and Second Life.
Kind of like the guy who built Meta.
Yeah, it's exactly what he
Yes.
wanted to do, only it already exists. And we have
Yeah. Did you all
Remember
see
back
Meta
in the
at
day,
all?
IBM and Nissan and everyone, he got them to come in for a little bit. He got some
Yes.
major universities in for a little bit. And I think if he keeps doing stuff like that, it'll meld so much easier into, everyday life. 100%.
when he has the experience to do it too, because he's done it before.
Yes. Yeah. And he already has those connections.
Right. And I think that one of the main things that I read that I was very surprised by is he's looking at Second Life as an education tool to help people to learn different things as far as, like building for architects or for architectural students, giving them a real tool to build with, as well as using it for merchants who have real life businesses. We've already seen a few businesses that translate from Second Life into First Life as well. And he's wanting to bolster that so that there are many more businesses that have stores in Second Life that are attached to a real life store as well.
Well,
One thing that I've got to say though is, sorry, go ahead.
I find it interesting that you would say that because from the beginning, Second Life really has provided nothing. You have to learn everything yourself except how to fly, sit, and walk, basically. So I find your answer kind of surprising, but just my opinion.
He just needs to work on his avatar. That's really the main thing that he's got to do. Because man, he is so old school. It hurts.
Are you talking about Philip needs to work on his avatar?
Yep. Oh yeah, yeah. For a CTO, he needs to look better.
Yeah, I can see that. Well, so the consensus is it's a good thing that he's going to come back,
100%. Yeah.
or that
Yep.
he's back.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I think it's got to be a good thing.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Well, that's interesting. On that note, we will take a break and we'll be right back.
Welcome back. I am Victor Sandman, and I am going to bring up a topic that is on a lot of people's minds, and that is fat packs. I feel that over the years, I've been in Second Life over 10 years now. God, I can't believe it's been that long. That fat packs were a very good value for a long time, and I feel like they have evolved into something that is a hot topic, I guess you could say, because a lot of the designers used to offer an outfit as a fat pack, or you could buy individual colors. And before I go any farther, let me just say fat packs are when a designer puts a lot of different colors or patterns into one package and sells them at a discounted rate from the price you would pay for a single item. Now, having said that, a lot of the designers have offered outfits or offered every color, every pattern, or whatever in the pack. But it's come to my attention lately that designers have started to separate every piece of an outfit into a separate fat pack and charge just as much as they would basically for the entire outfit in a fat pack in the past. And also, another thing I have noticed is that the designers have started offering specific colors or designs only in the fat pack. So basically, if you want one item and it's, say, the color black, well, some designers, I mean, when you go to buy their fat pack, or when you go to buy that black item, I should say, it's only offered in the fat pack. And I don't feel
Hey,
that that's
well,
right. I don't feel that that's right because, if you just want that one color, then it should be available to you whether, you wanted the whole fat pack or not. You should be able to buy that one color. So at this point, I'm going to send it out to the panel here. What do you guys think about fat packs?
Well,
I'm
it
a fat pack.
seems to me they're trying to take advantage, but they're forcing you to buy that fat pack to get that one texture on the shirt or whatever. It's just
they're
ridiculous to
absolutely
me.
taking advantage.
I'm a fat pack whore. I love fat packs. If I like something in one color, I'm gonna buy the entire fat pack. And that's mostly because I love the HUDs. And if you're buying like decor sets, like living room sets, everything is already in one folder. And even if I'm paying, and I like just to have options at my disposal at all times for anything that I'm doing. So I love fat packs.
See, I'm the other way that I usually only want one or two of something, like, especially with the fat packs that these designers put together. It's almost like some of them know that their stuff is not so great, so they bundle it and force you to take all the stuff you don't want to just to get the thing that you do. And it's just, I don't know, it feels a little rude and like pimp like.
Well, that's
Well,
interesting.
That's one way to look at it. Like,
Well, I'm also we just talked about this before the show. I'm a huge demo person also. So if I don't like the majority of things in a fat pack, then I'm just not going to get anything probably. But yeah, I don't know. I think if they started, the only times I don't like fat packs is when like you're buying a suit and they put the jackets in a fat pack and then the slacks in a fat pack, like a separate one. I'm not going to name designers, but we all know the big one that we're talking about. But like they'll divide up a suit that needs to go together, and that irritates the crap out of me. But
Right.
otherwise, I'm down with any kind of fat pack.
You
Yeah,
must have
you
a
could-
huge inventory.
It's ridiculous already. Yeah.
you can, I mean, with what Archie is talking about here, you can spend 3,000 plus lindens just to get all of the pieces for a suit.
Uh-huh.
And that's
Yeah.
insane.
Yeah.
To me,
Yeah.
I mean,
Which
because
is $15 US.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, you can get a real shirt for that.
That's why I don't like that. And there are also some designers where their clothes are a little bit pricey anyway, and then when they throw them all in a fat pack, it gets a little bit more expensive, or a little bit too expensive for me to justify it. So I don't usually buy those. But usually, if I'm going to buy something and there's a fat pack available, I will buy the fat pack.
And Robbie, what do you think of all this?
I'm kind of going both ways. I love to have a fat pack where I can change the color of the piece. Because if I don't have a fat pack, I'll buy the same 4 colors, and so I end up with a wardrobe of white, pink, red, and black.
Right.
And so when you have a party that you want to go to and the theme is green, and it's like you go to the fat packs because that's the only place I'm going to have a green or a yellow, purple.
Yeah.
But then I also encounter those where the really cute pattern is only in the fat pack, and that drives me nuts. Or
Yeah, I
absolutely,
agree.
as Google said,
I
they'll
agree.
make a fat pack of each piece, but not a mega fat pack. Or if they do, the price isn't attractive enough to make that kind of an investment.
right.
So it's, as a maker, I just don't do them because I haven't learned how to script the HUD, and I'm too lazy to do it.
Uh-oh. Well,
The
my
only
opinion
times I've
is,
made fat packs is when there is few enough items in the outfit that I can put more than one color in all the different sizes without it going over the 42 item limit
Right.
in a file
Right.
transfer. So
now see, I'm just the opposite. If it's a fat pack and I like it, the piece itself, a piece of clothing or whatever, I buy it, period. I'm not a singles person whatsoever. I only buy fat packs, period. I'm kind of like Archie. So I just think that why get one shirt when you can get 15 or 30?
100%. 100. Yes. Talk to me, guys.
Well, some of
That
them
is
don't
perfect.
necessarily look that good, though. You get some of them in wonky colors, or maybe the colors just
Yeah,
don't look
there's
good on
always a
you.
few
And
weird ones,
yeah,
that's for sure. I agree.
and then you either have to throw them
Yeah.
away or let them sit in your inventory, like most of us do.
Yeah, I throw them away.
Plus,
Yeah.
I mean, when you look at the price that you end up paying for the fat pack for the shirt, and then the fat pack for the pants, and then for the shoes, and then for the jacket, I mean, like I was saying earlier, you can spend 3,000 plus on one outfit if you buy all of the fat packs, and they could be a lot more than that too, depending on the designer.
Oh, say you have
Yeah.
6 pieces and a fat pack is 2,000 each. You're talking 10,000 out for an outfit. 10,000 linden. That's $45 US.
Yeah, I feel like, it used to be that, you could buy a fat pack and it included the entire outfit and it was in every color that that designer had made, and it was every piece of the outfit as well. Nowadays, you don't see that very often. You see either separate pieces all in separate fat packs, or you see maybe the full outfit, but only with specific colors you can get in the fat pack. And I think it's just a way to drag people in and make them spend money they don't want if they just want one color. There are those of us who do prefer fat packs, but there are also people out there that just want one color, and I think it's unfair that that color is only available if you buy the fat pack. What do you guys think
Well,
about that?
and some of these outfits, I mean, you can spend 2,000 on a fat pack and there's 6 things to make your outfit. That's 10,000 linden. That's huge.
Exactly. Well, it's 12,000 lindens actually, but yeah, that's
Yeah.
that's
Well, and I
insane.
wonder how
Well,
much of it has to do with
yeah,
the ease of
and
just packing it up rather than making a bunch of different sales kiosks. Like Robbie there was saying that, he hasn't figured out the scripting for doing the fat pack, so he does stuff individually. But I know I've tried to sell a few things, and it's just a pain in the butt to box up all those items individually.
Hmm.
well, the
But
ones
I
that I
mean,
don't like are like when you see like a shirt that's like light. You get the light pack, the medium pack, and the dark pack. That gets on my nerves. That
yeah.
irritates me. Yeah.
Well, guys, fat packs, as you have seen with our discussion, have a lot of good and bad people that love them and hate them. So we'll leave that with you to think about, and happy shopping. Get your fat packs or get your singles, whatever you want. We'll be right back, guys.
Hop in the car, we're gonna ride all day. It's Luba time, let's drive the fun way. Personal service feeling so grand. Affordable rides across the land. Clean and fresh, just got swept. Dependable wheels take the next step. From your door straight to your goal. Water taxi sweet like rock and roll. Sightseeing journeys on the go. Looper's the name everybody knows. Free gifts come with every ride. Hop on now, let's take a glide.
Hi, and welcome back to Guy Talk. Well, our next subject that we'll be talking about today is meepawns and gotchas. Meepawns and gotchas are things that you can get in world, and I think Leaf knows a little bit more about it than I do. So, Leaf, can you take it away?
Okay, so originally it started out with the gotchas, for those who don't know what they are. And that was basically it's kind of like one of those vending machines that you stick a coin in, you get some random prize out of. You would know basically what you were getting into, but not the exact thing that you would get. And so this kind of instilled this am I going to get the big prize kind of idea in your head. Um, Linden Lab decided that was too much like real gambling. They put the kibosh on it, said no more of those. But these new things came along that were called basically like conveyor belt items, I guess, which you would know exactly what you were going to get. It would just be on this cycle where it would cycle through so many of them before you got to the one that you actually really wanted, which I'm starting to think is a lot like a fat pack now. So, you have something to say about that one?
Well,
And just
I
to
will
clarify,
say
a
that,
gotcha can be any item. Usually they tend to be unique and you can't get them at a regular vendor, but they tend to be unique and they can be anything. clothes, you name it.
And I feel like gotchas, I preferred the gotchas actually, just because I'm a gambler. And I liked putting in my 50 lindens or 25 lindens, whatever it took, to play the round and see what I got. And
Well, and that's
So
kind
what
of
do
the
you do with
problem.
the extra?
well, see with the gotchas, they were transferable.
So you could
So
sell
you
them.
could
Right.
you could either sell them or you could give them away. Lord knows my family got tons of gotchas over the years for me. They're good gifts for, holidays or whatever, for birthdays. I mean, but now the new ones, from what I understand, are not transferable. So,
Yeah, London Lab brought the idea back after much consideration. Now suddenly we have
right.
gotchas, but you can't transfer them to anybody, which completely kills the resale ability. And see, that's where I came into the whole gotcha thing. I didn't like doing the polls. I'm not excited by the thrill of am I going to get it or when am I going to get it. It's just give it to me now. I like it.
Yes.
So I was the
Yes.
yard sale person. I was always out there buying
Yes.
everybody else's leaving.
So
I call
question,
it I call
are
it
Meepons
antiquing.
no transfer too?
I don't know. It was my
The ones that
understanding
I've
they
bought
generally
have
are
been.
not.
The ones that I've bought have
They could
been
be.
transferable.
It could be up to the seller. I don't know. All the ones that I've gotten were like stuff that people gave to me. So, probably.
I never
So
liked playing with the gotcha machines. I'm a yard sale kind of guy. I call it antiquing. And I go to these yard sales and I just buy, and I like decorating my house with gotchas. I like, because it's a little bit more unique. I like gotchas. I like the gotcha community, but I hate the knee pong, the conveyor belts, and I didn't like the gotcha machines like at the arcade or whatever.
Yeah, I'm the same way. I want to see what I'm getting. I want to buy it, and I want it now.
1000%.
Mhm. And well, I think with these
Because
new
it was
machines,
fun to see if you
right,
would get the rare or even the uncommon, and they're
right,
cheap because they're usually like 50 to 75 lindens for each item, so you can get a lot of really nice stuff for very little.
right.
But again, you have if you don't have a way of unloading your extras and your duplicates, if you don't have a store or a lot of friends to give stuff to, that can be horribly inconvenient. But I do like this improvement of the conveyor belt system where you can see what's coming up next. So am I going to get something I want, or should I wait, let the thing reset at midnight, come back tomorrow? So that takes some of the gambling out, but it also takes some of the guesswork out.
And one thing I've
Good
noticed,
point.
and is that with the new conveyor belt system, the owners of the machine itself can actually set how many of a certain item, or how often, I guess, the item will come up.
Well, that's
well,
always
So,
been the case with Gotcha too. You just never could see it out where it was,
Right.
but
seeable.
we should also say that a lot of times in these Meepon and Gotcha machines, they're rare. And like Victor
Mhm.
was saying, the owner can set it to how often that rare gets handed out, and you have no idea. Just like gambling in Las Vegas.
Which is why there's so many birds out there on the marketplace with no cages to go into.
Right?
I remember one time someone talked me into going to a gotcha event, and there was one thing that I wanted, or there were a couple things that I wanted on this one machine, and I got like 6 or 7 of the same thing right in a row from a gotcha machine, and I was done. That's when I was like, okay, yeah, no more of this. This is ridiculousness.
Yeah, the thing
uh,
I hate is if you want something and it's not showing on the list or whatever for the 6 or whatever items showing, I'm just like, oh, so I have to come back again tomorrow and the next day and the next day to try and get what I want. This is ridiculous. But it's the way it works. So what are you gonna do?
Yeah, I just go
I
into
like,
marketplace or the yard sales
yeah,
and just and not
exactly.
mess with
mhm.
it. Yeah.
Another
Yeah,
thing
you don't
that
have
I've
to cash.
noticed,
You don't have to mess.
Yeah.
right? Another thing that I've noticed is with the Meepon machines, in my experience anyway, is that they cost more per pull than the gotchas did back in the day.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I agree there.
Yeah, see,
One of
that's all the
those
more reason to
things.
go to the marketplace or the sales. I loved the sales sims. I remember back in the day,
Yes.
you'd see one that was miles of gotchas. You could
Oh
just
my
walk all
god.
day.
It was. I used to have a friend of mine who had a yard sale back in the day, and she would TP me in like a day before she would open it up to the public, and she would be like, "Whatever you want, let me know, and I'll give you a special price." And I was like, "Oh my god, I love you." But yeah, I'm a total yard sale person. I don't want to mess with all that other extraneous stuff because it just like I don't give it away. It just sits in my inventory and just sits and sits, and it's no good.
Well, just to let you know, the owner of Guy Magazine, Teddy Too Cool, him and Victor will have a gotcha booth at the Guy Magazine Pride Festival 2025 this year.
Are you gonna let me come a day early?
Yeah, I think, what's the name of your shop, Victor?
It's called Vic and Ted's Excellent Adventure Gotcha Store.
Actually, Victor, I just looked it up. It is Vic and Ted's Excellent Whatnots Adventure.
Yeah, that's what it's called. Yeah.
Do you have
That's what,
physics as
that's,
well?
that's what I meant. That's what I meant.
So is this all resale
So
stuff?
be sure
Or
and stop into
Yes.
their booth and check it out.
Yeah,
I'm
Teddy
sure
and
there'll
I
be some good prices.
Teddy and I did this last year for the festival, and we also at one point had a store together on a sim. And between the two of us, we have a very eclectic mix of things. We'll just leave it at
I'm
that.
sure.
So you guys need to come and see us during the festival.
As a bonus,
Yes.
Vic will open some of the packages he's bought that he hasn't opened yet.
Yeah.
All right. And maybe, well, if I could, I'd even offer Leaf to put in some of the 800,000 demos he has.
And the festival runs inworld June 1st through the 30th. And it's free. So check it out.
But will there be Meepons there?
No. No, there
Oh,
won't be any
good.
Meepons.
There will be a lot of gotchas that are for sale, but they're not going to be in machines. You buy what you want and you get what you pay for. So there's
As
no
Susan
guesswork
said,
to it. It's just like Archie called antiquing or yard sailing, like Neek
Yes.
said. So that's what it'll be.
So
I actually-
Vic and Ted's antique store. Got it.
that'll be fun.
I'm there.
Yep.
Oh, that's about it for this segment. So we'll be back after a break.
Welcome back, beautiful people. It is time for our segment that we call Guy Stuff, or as I like to call it, you should get this product. So we're going to start off with 3 products that we're going to talk about. Each one of us has our own favorite product, basically. So today we're going to talk about 3 of them. The first one will be mine, the second one will be Leaf's, and the third one will be Robbie Roo's. So stay tuned because we're going to tell you what we like the best. First of all, it's me. And I want to talk to you about a product. product from Braun, Bron, and it is a pair of boots called the Leo boots. I know, excuse me, I know that everybody in Second Life has gone through, yeah, I see they're up right there behind me. That's them. And people have gone through Second Life trying to get pants and shoes to work together without any cutting. Well, good luck with that. It's not easy to happen.
Can you
But
explain what cutting is, Victor?
Yes, I'm sorry. Cutting is when you put on a pair of shoes or a pair of boots with a pair of pants, and the boots show through. And it's very obvious, unless you're
Go through
wearing
the
black
pants,
on
you
black.
mean?
Yes, they show through the legs of the pants.
Ah.
And it is really frustrating because you might have an amazing boot and an amazing pair of pants, but unfortunately, you can't wear them together because the boots show on the outside of the pants, or they cut through, as I called it earlier. And this pair of boots from Braun, the Leo boots, is the best pair that I have found. In the pack, they come with both a tight and a loose-fitting pair of boots. So you can wear them on the outside of a pair of pants if it's straight leg or tight leg pants, or you can wear the tight pair, which will fit under, I would say, 90% of the pants that are out there. These boots are a steal at $2.99 for a single color, or you can get the entire fat pack, which is 12 colors, for $13.99. Lindens.
What sort of colors are in a fat pack for that?
The colors range from black through different shades of browns. They also have blue. They have a color that's called cherry that's a deep red that's really pretty as well. And
For
so
those of you who don't know, when he said the price, 299 lindens, lindens is what the in-world money is called, in case you're not aware.
Right. And so, as I was saying, the color range is everything from black to like a deep red. They also have blues. They have pretty much every shade of brown you could need for anything. And they're customizable. If you get the fat pack, you can also color the shoelaces.
And you can take the top shoelaces off so they don't cut through your pants?
No, you cannot take them off, but I promise you they will work with just about any pair of pants out there.
Okay.
These are available on the marketplace or in the Braun store in World. And they are the best thing that I've found out there as far as boots go that you can wear with pretty much any pair of pants. So I recommend them. I think that you should get this product. All right, so guys, that's what I have to say about my favorite product. Now I'm going to turn it over to Robbie Rue, who is going to tell us about his favorite product. Take it away, Robbie.
Hi, and thanks. My product that I'm bringing today is hand jewelry, a set of rings and bracelets from a company called RAWR, R-A-W-R, and they are pretty much my favorite accessory set. I wear them all the time. They come in a ring for every finger except your thumb, and 3 bracelets on either side. And it's head controlled, so you can turn on any combination of bracelets and rings and have, 1 or all or 3, however you like to wear your jewelry, however goes with what you're wearing that day. And the head also comes with a huge array of metals. And there's 2 channels on each piece for metals. So you can choose silver and gold, you can choose black and red, pink and white, whatever goes with your outfit. And then you can also
Did you say that you could turn parts of it off? Like you could turn the rings off and not the bracelets or something like that?
Yeah, you can. The ones that I'm wearing now, I had the bracelets turned off because they were cutting through my cuff. So, but I have all the rings on. But in other ways that I wear them, I've had it with every other finger on the rings, so that it looks less busy.
Let's
A
say
nice
you're going to punch
clean
somebody.
Yeah, exactly.
Well,
And what makes this particular set, I think, most versatile is that it's very slim. You'll notice that very oblong stones, very narrow rings, very fairly delicate bracelets. Um, when you're a big manly man, you can wear big manly rings, and it looks okay. When you're a little twink like me, you you can't wear those great big things. You end up looking like you're pretending to be a pimp for Christmas or Halloween.
well, I see all the colors there. That's
Wow.
amazing.
Again, we have the pimps brought into the conversation today.
So the bracelets come with the rings. You said that's fantastic.
Yes, and yeah, it's masculine without being heavy,
Right.
elegant without being feminine, and so it's a really nice, versatile set.
And what's the price of this item, if I may ask?
$349,
Oh, that's really good.
$349, which is I bought it on sale, so this company participates in all of the weekend sales. I think I got these for 100 lindens.
Wow.
But yeah, they're
Made my
ordinarily
heart flutter.
$349, which is a good price for something as detailed as this,
Right.
and available on the marketplace and in their world store. Their in-world store is huge. They sell just a huge array of earrings, rings, necklaces. A lot of them are rigged, which it makes life so much easier
Yes.
when you're
Absolutely.
on accessories. If you don't have to resize them and tweak every little piece. And so yeah, these are my favorites.
Cool. Well, let's now pass it off to Leaf, and we'll talk about one of his favorite products that he would like you to try. Leaf?
All right. So the thing that I want to talk about is I go out shopping quite a bit with people who like to take a long time shopping. I don't mind. I like watching everything that they buy, especially the gotchas that I might be feasting on later. Back in the day anyway. But I don't like to have to walk everywhere. It gets boring both visually and I don't know, there's some kind of an in-world connection there where I actually just start to get tired just walking around all the time. So I like to fly instead. But a lot of times if I'm actually flying around, I'm overshooting everybody. It just doesn't, keep up the pace with what everybody else is doing. So the cheat that I found around that is this cool device that is basically a pillow suspended by two balloons. The awesome thing about this is that when you're in walking mode, it allows you the luxury of sitting there with a nice little animation that looks pretty natural on anybody that I've seen use this. And I've given these to a lot of my friends. And it also allows you to fly as well, but the animation stays consistent. It's just the speed that speeds up. So you can go sailing through the air at full speed, or you can just kind of drift along lazily with your friends. And if you're still in contact with the ground, they can push you around. So, if you just want to have fun with it or you go AFK, they can still take you with them. And it's just a fun way to hang around. And it's gotten a lot of positive reaction from people who've seen it for the first time. I don't know how many different places I've whipped this out and had somebody message me and say, "Oh my gosh, that's so awesome," or "That's so cute. Can you tell me where you got it?" And that's where the really cool thing comes in, which is it's only a linden. And it's a thing that's giftable on the marketplace. So that's why I've given it to so many different people. It's a, easy spend for somebody that you like. And
Is it
anybody who's, has expressed
is it
interest in it,
modifiable?
just send it to them. It is copy. It's also modify, but it's
And
not
what's the price?
straight out of the bucket transfer. So you'd have to buy it to send it to them.
What's
And
the
what's the price?
search
One
and
linden, you
marketplace?
said?
It's one linden and it's blueberries floaty collection gift. And that was the next part of this awesome package that I was going to talk about, which is it's not just the seat. There are 4 different ones in it. 2 of them are basically duplicates. One that has a slightly different coloration. The other 2 that are in the package are a ducky that floats on clouds, and then there's also another popular, the one that people always remark on, which is a fast food cloud. So you're sitting on a cloud that has other clouds around you with fast food on it, like chicken wings and pizza. And so, and I found that people can stand on this as well, and they can also put their own items on it. So there's an empty little tray up there that I've had people put their favorite food items in areas where we could res, and I just toted them around with me.
Ah, I
So, yeah, it's a
see.
lot of fun.
Well,
Blueberries cloud.
Already.
Blueberries
So-
Floaty Collection gift.
well,
One
everybody get out there and get these products. They're really good. And we'll be right back. Hi, and welcome back to Guy Talk. Our next segment is about how we each discovered Second Life. I'll start today. Mine is kind of strange. I discovered Second Life by watching a television show called NCIS. They had a serial killer in Second Life who was taking it to real life with these people and killing them. And this was on NCIS. And I tell people this is how I learned about Second Life, and they're like, "You went there because there was a serial killer?" And
Yes.
Wow, Teddy.
you never know what can happen in Second Life.
Yeah.
But
Hopefully not that.
I discovered it, and I have been here ever since. It was quite an interesting journey, I must say.
It sounds
And-
like it, Guy.
And Second Life is such a fascinating place for anybody that plays video games. It's the only video game I know where you can do whatever you want, whenever you want, and the game does not control what you do. You do what you want. That is the most fascinating thing about Second Life. It makes other games seem like a waste of time. Anyway, God, this is an interesting subject. I can't wait to hear what everybody else has to say. Okay, well, how about let's go to Archie next. Archie, how did you learn about Second Life?
Well, it was back in 2006, and I had just left my husband in real life, and I was bored, and I did a search for open-ended games or something like that, because I didn't like quests. I don't like doing all that stuff. And Second Life came up, and so I hit it, and I downloaded it, and I went to right after orientation, I went to a gay island and was immediately inundated with social interaction, which was exactly what I needed at the time. And I just fell in love with it. I fell in love with everyone I met. I fell in love with the whole idea of it. It was wonderful for me. And I spent the next 10, 11 years before I took a break, just loving Second Life to death. And now I'm back. But but yeah, I found it just by doing an internet search for some ridiculous search query, and it brought up Second Life, and thank goodness it did.
Right? Well,
So when you talk about this social interaction that you got on this gay island, you want to elaborate on what social interaction
I
is?
really don't think we should go there. Okay. Who's up next?
Well,
Let's
it
go
was
to Leaf now.
2006, and so there was no shapes for sale, so I looked ridiculous. So no, it was
Okay.
social interaction for sure.
Okay.
Leaf, you want to go now?
Sure. Well, as I said earlier, I got involved in it through somebody that played Vampire, well, we were on this text-based role-playing game before this, and they disappeared for about a month, not like unexpectedly, but just were off doing something, and I found out it was figuring out what this place was. And once he'd sorted out what it was all about, he brought me over so he could teach me about it. Now, back on the first game that we were together, he was the vampire. I was his blood ghoul, basically, his little servant, like a Renfield, more or less. I'd keep the hunters away from him during the day. And, we had all sorts of interesting parties and things with other vampires and crap like that on the place. So we come over here. The first thing that he does with me, I can't even talk about on here because he found this really interesting statue. We'll just leave it at that, and the brand name Excite. We didn't really see much at that point, and there weren't fangs. There wasn't even the bloodline system, which is like a HUD that allows you to bite people and drink blood and collect souls and things like that. Nothing like that was around yet. There weren't even really gaming communities yet. So you were just here for the socialization. People looked awful. You wouldn't really want to do anything with them anyway, aside from apparently with statues. But we parted ways for a while, and then I dropped off for a bit, came back on, and suddenly there was like this thriving vampire community. Bloodlines was a thing. My sire brought me back into it, and it just really wasn't my thing. I'm not a HUD person, and back then it was all super scripted and like totally, I don't know. It wasn't fun for me. For me, I'm a role player, and there wasn't really much role playing going on. It was all about souls and points. So I dropped out of it and got more involved into the LGBTQ side of things. Found a whole new connection with lots more people in the Pride realm that I just love, and that's mostly what I do now. I still dabble a little bit in role play, but yeah, I'm one of those people that got the rumors started that this was a vampire place.
Okay. Well, thank you for that. That's quite interesting. So
Oh
now
boy, is it. Hi, Nigel.
let's go to Robbie Roo.
I came in as a vampire as well, in a way. I was playing this vampire game on Facebook, and every time there would always be these ads for Second Life in the game. And after a while, I said, let's find out what this is. I was on Christmas break, and I was bored, and so New Year's Day I tried it out. Came in, I wore the goth guy avatar, and
Oh yes,
just
I remember that one.
farted around,
Oh, yeah.
shopping and exploring, and it was fun. Then I met a vampire lady who bit me, and
Oh.
I joined a clan, and that was fun. The social thing was really, really fun. I started hanging out at this vampire club and playing with my clan, and started dating and all sorts of other things. But then I got kind of bored with it, and I'm not sure why, but I stopped. But then about 3 years later, I became disabled, and social anxiety pretty much took over my life, and I remembered Second Life. I'm like, oh, I had fun there. There was people, and I wasn't actually around them. So, I tried it back again, and haven't left since. I don't think I've gone more than 12 hours outside of being in world.
Wow.
Since
Wow.
like 2014.
Ah.
But Yeah, it was.
Okay.
It was just following an ad and a nice surprise at the end.
Well,
So
that's
2 out
very
of 5
interesting.
guys had fangs in them.
Yes.
No, wait, 3. There's a third on the panel.
Okay.
So that,
Well, let's go to Victor now. Victor, how did you discover Second Life?
I was part of another game, and I had family there who had come over to Second Life, and they kept on and kept on and kept on trying to get me to come over until I finally did. Well, the first day that I logged in, they weren't here yet. They were, they were like off doing other. I looked around and I looked at the HUDs and everything, and I said, "Hell no!" And I went back to the other game. So the next week they made me come back over, and they're like, "We're going to take care of you. We're going to take you shopping." So they took me shopping. They helped me to get a good avatar, and they helped me to buy my first outfit, which was a cool looking kind of suit. Well, they told me to put the clothes on. So I did. I right-clicked on the folder, and I clicked wear. Well, it put on every layer of the clothing. So I looked like the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man, and I didn't know what was wrong or how to correct it because they were laughing so hard, neither one of them could talk to me. So that's how I got into Second Life, and that was my first experience with putting clothes on. It was very interesting, and I think
Sounds like what you do as a toddler.
I think I've sort of got PTSD about it now because I don't wear clothes unless I absolutely have to. Just saying.
You're
I was
talking
going to
about
say, and
inworld,
you've
of
never
course,
worn them
right?
again.
Right. So on that
Okay.
note, guys, I'm going to hand things back over to Guy, and he's going to take us out.
Well, guys, we appreciate you watching us today, and we hope you tune in for our next episode, which will be monthly. And we hope to see you soon. You have a great day, and we'll talk soon.
Hey there, fellas, come around. We got stories to astound, good vibes and laughs all day. It's the Guy Talk Way. Sports and tales of daring diesels, spill secrets, spill the beans from garage jokes to hard reveals. Together we break the seals. Guy Talk every morning light, chatting till the moon is bright. Friendship, laughter, endless fun. Guy Talk till the day is done. Life is tough, but here we fight with each other. We survive through the highs and through the lows. Best pal sharing all we know, meet the crew. And here to chat from serious to funny, flat every story. Every tale in the circle never fails.